What's up, y'all? It's your boy D Norvell.
And it's A from the A, Arkansas to be specific. Don't get it twisted.
And today, we're back at it again for another episode of Juice 901.
I can do that. You don't even need the sound of... You don't need the sound of...
Yeah. Y'all, we're back at it again with another episode of Juice 901 Podcast. Thank you, as always, for kicking it with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for rocking with us. And as you can see, I am in a new spot.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh, shut up. All right, whatever. You know, whatever.
Okay.
She was just talking about some, ooh, I'm so happy you sitting next to me. Da, 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 da.
When did I say that?
Yeah.
Do you have it on film?
No, I made it up.
Then it didn't happen.
But, you know, our brother in arms, Mr. Tay Speaks, is out with us today, but he will be back next week. So y'all, you know, we'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh yeah.
But today you're gonna kick it with me, and you're gonna kick it with A. And we've still got great content for you today. Good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But as always, before we get into the meat and potatoes, as they say, it's a little
meat and taters.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes, we're going to do this segment that we always do. Let me see this right here. How you really feeling? It is called How You Really Feeling.
I did it right.
And as you all know, How You Really Feeling is a segment where we really want to get to how you're really feeling. Mm-hmm. Not all that in passing how you're really feeling, but really,
how are you actually feeling?
So, hey, how are we feeling today?
Oh, honestly, I feel really good. This weekend, I'm not going to lie, just full transparency, this weekend sucked. It was not the best. And I even said right before we started filming and press play, I feel like God is testing me. And it just reminded me of that quote where your breakthrough, right before you have a breakthrough, that's whenever you get tested the most. And I definitely feel it. I feel like I'm being tested in every way possible. I feel like I was about to lose my mind, not literally, figuratively. But I just had a moment Tuesday morning where I'm getting ready for work. I'm about to walk my dog, feed her, do all the things. I just had an overwhelming feeling of anxiety because everything, I feel like I was on autopilot this weekend. Everything was just, just flowing, but then it all just hit me at once Tuesday morning. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like about to have a full-on panic attack. And I was like, you know what? Let me take a second. Let me breathe. Let me pray about it. If it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, that's fine. Trusting God's plan. Like, I just like that simple act of taking a second and breathing and praying about it and talking to God and just remembering the things I learned in therapy helped so much. It put me in such a great mood, despite like all the craziness from this weekend. But I say all of that to say, gosh, it was just like an overwhelming feeling of like, dang, I feel good after that because it's like, okay, thing we worked on in therapy, working. Because I promise you, before I started therapy, that would have taken me a whole day to do, to get to that point of, let me take a breath, let me stop, let me pray about it. But yeah, I feel really good. I feel good. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with therapy, y'all.
Oh, it works, guys.
Talking to a professional about your feelings, it works.
And I feel like it's such a taboo topic, especially in the Black community, because ain't nothing wrong with you. Just pray it away. Just pray about it. But I strongly feel when you pray about a problem, sometimes your problem can be solved through other people. Like God can place people in your life to help you get through that problem. Yeah. And that's how I feel about my therapist. That's my girl.
I like the way you said that because the same thing in my mind is like if you're sick or you're whatever and you're praying to make that sickness go away, God may deliver to you a doctor, or a certain kind of surgery that's going to fix that problem. So that's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah. How are you feeling, D. Norvell? Dr. D. Norvell.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really a mix of feelings. Y'all, everybody, I have officially graduated law school. Yeah.
Press it again.
Yeah. I've officially graduated law school.
Let it keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Allergies.
So that's done. It's a big weight lifted off my shoulders, but now it's time to keep grinding because now it's the bar exam. So
proud of
for
you.
any of y'all who know about the bar exam or who don't know about the bar exam, it is the test that you take in order to become a barred/licensed attorney in whatever state you choose to practice in. So it's a big feat. That's what I'm working on right now, but I'm happy. when you pray for something for years and years and years and it finally happens, you have to take a moment to appreciate it. So I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Pat yourself on the back, sister.
uh, uh,
If y'all get where that's from, please laugh with me.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I am a little overwhelmed right now though. The studying regimen is crazy. I mean,
yeah,
it's not something that you can't handle, but it's a lot. So yeah, and then as I'm getting ready to get married and get ready to move and all these different things, it's just a lot of things all at once. They're all exciting things, but of course with the excitement there comes bills and other things you have to worry about. So yeah, good.
One thing I do want to say, I think you said it in the last episode or something. You're one of those people that whenever you reach a goal, it's like, okay, what's next? All right, done. What's next? Take time to bask in your greatness, dude. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, you freaking did it. Dang.
Yeah, I took 48 hours. Wow. I gave myself 48 hours. That's what I did. I mean, the weekend too. So I gave myself the weekend plus 48 hours, and now I'm still trying to get ahead of the curve. Part of taking the bar exam is just knowing that it's going to be a lot. So the earlier you can get started, the better, and the easier it'll make it for you throughout the entire process. So no, I definitely, I think this time around have tried to make time for myself where I forced myself not to do anything. So yeah, it's good. With that said, even though Hayes not here, we're still gonna do this segment, right?
Heck yeah.
We still got to do this segment. You already know what's going on.
We keep that fire going.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do his talking pieces?
It's Random Thoughts with Speaks. He may not be here, and it's just D Norvell and A&A.
It's Random Thoughts with Speaks.
But we still gonna do it. Yay. It's Random Thoughts with Speaks. Hold up.
Let's Dougie. I know he hates that. Ready?
I'm gonna do your Dougie. This is how you Dougie.
Heck yeah.
Shout out Gabby.
It's Random Thoughts with Speaks.
Hey, yeah.
Hit the Carlton.
It's random.
Oh, he's gonna be so bad. We can go back to edit this.
Random Thoughts with Speaks.
Love you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that.
I don't think we've ever gotten this far. I think you turn it down before it gets to that. Dang.
Yeah, usually we get right there. You got to check out that song, man. Going straight at you. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the opening line?
You wondered how I got here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot, I got it right.
All right.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
So I have a message from the Tay Speaks. So I'm going to be reading from my phone because my memory is not the best sometimes. He just wanted to know her random thought, my bad, was about the importance of reminding yourself that you can't be everywhere at once. In other words, it's okay to still love someone, but put your mental and physical health first sometimes, which means you want to make every get-together, graduation, niece or nephew birthday, etc. And, sometimes you won't be able to, and that's okay. But it's also important to communicate that properly. What are your thoughts on that?
Facts. No, I think it's very important to know your limits. And I think even from a personal standpoint, I think historically I've been a person that's always stretched myself thin. And going through something like law school that's very demanding, it forces you to make decisions and it forces you to face that harsh reality. And I think not only does that put a mental strain on you, but it'll put a physical strain on you. It'll put an emotional strain on you. So there's a lot of things that go into that. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm right there with you. I'm one of those people that wants to say yes to everything, wants to please everybody. Serial people pleaser over here, guys. Not anymore. But gosh, I can't today. But yeah, it's just.
Huh? I'm listening.
What was that for?
What was what? What are you talking about? Keep going.
Okay.
What you're saying is important.
Is it? Because you just did the crit. All right, and that's our episode. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's hard. And I've been in such a habit of being everywhere at once, trying to do a lot. But there was a time recently where I was going through a really tough time and I had to start saying no for myself. And my it was with one of my other therapists, but she had to sit me down and be like, girl, you got to stop. Because I was stretching myself.
She gave the real talk, not the. She leaned over.
She did, and sometimes you need that, and I was like, "Dang!" But I really needed to hear that because I was at a low point in my life, and in a way, she could see that I was starting to avoid things because I was trying to stretch myself even thinner than I already had before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you can't show up as your best self for other people if you're not filling your own cup first. And I'm one of those people, like, I just give, but I never give back to myself. And I started saying no. And as much as I hate disappointing people and I hate letting people down, I apologize a lot. You could ask him. I say sorry all the time, but
tell her to stop. Tell her to stop. Stop saying sorry. You don't have to apologize for having feelings, thoughts, emotions, etc. Just feel your feeling.
I was about to do it again. Yeah. But anyways, it was like a liberating feeling to just start saying no. And like, hey, like I would love to make this, but I might not have the funds right now. I got to pay for this. Or hey, my mental is just not the best. I need to take a break. But one thing I've also learned, like in that process, is you have to have good people around you that cannot take it personal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For example, like our friendship, like there might be something that you want me to be at. I'm just like, hey, like I just can't do it. I know 100%. You won't be upset because you'll understand. You'll get it. You'll be like, okay, I get it. But that's also where, like what Tay was saying, communication is important. Y'all, we too grown to not be able to communicate.
That's true. But also, I don't think most people know what effective communication is.
That is true.
I think that's really a thing. Like people are like, I try to communicate, but they really don't know. Like you have to know your friends or your partner or whoever's communication style, and then y'all are able to mold that together. But yeah. Hey, side note, have y'all ever seen that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob is going off on Mr. Krabs and he's like,
yes. With the dolphins, he's like,
wallet. That's what he's like at the end. It's like wallet at the very end of it.
Can we please make that a sound?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I'm sweating.
It's just when you were talking about communication, it made me think of that. I'm like, man, that's a communication style right there. Man. Yeah, but no, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you really have to be self-aware of what all you're, allowing yourself to become a part of, what all you're putting yourself into, and ask yourself, is that something that you can take on? And I know for myself, I have told myself now that I've graduated, I am limiting the amount of extracurriculars that I do, especially for a while. I got to give myself a while. There's only 3 things that I'm focusing on. If it's not my career, it's going to be juice, and it's going to be my writing. It's going to be those 3 things. That's it. I'm not focusing on anything else. My career, juice, and writing. I can't do nothing else. So I put it out here on the internet. Y'all know now. So if I start doing other stuff, call me out.
Oh, most definitely.
Deal? All right. Boom.
You hold me accountable. I'll hold you accountable, brother.
All right. Cool.
That was a firm handshake. Dang. I almost broke my finger.
Dang, man. What you call me, strong arm? All right, y'all. So y'all already know what's next. You ready for next?
Oh, I don't know. Am I ready? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Let me say a prayer before this because I'll be stressed out.
Woo!
Amen.
And she don't have Tay to hide behind today.
I know.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, Jesus, help me.
Hey, what they say?
What do we say? Is it a fact?
Or is it a fable? Or is it a fact? Or is it a fable? Or is it a fact?
Fable.
A fact.
Or fable.
Fact. Fable. Fact. Fable. What?
I don't know.
What they say?
But I got a note day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
But I got a note day.
Yeah. I don't know.
But wait for it.
You know, we got this new segment, y'all. And I think y'all like it. Go like this.
To the
what
right.
would you do?
Wrong way.
What would you do?
There you go.
What would you do? What would you? 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 What would you?
Let me stop embarrassing myself.
Ow.
Ow.
That could be Amigos ad lib. What would you?
Oh my gosh. Fun fact about Mr. D. Norvell, guys. All he played in college was the Migos. Now, I'm not knocking it. But that became your personality. Oh my God.
Here's what it is.
Hold on. Please do that again for the people.
Mama! Isn't that what they sound like? Or am I tripping?
No.
Bad. Yeah, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. You already know.
Jesus.
What's up, y'all? And welcome back to another segment of Fact or Fable. I don't know, but I want to know, Dan. And what would you do? And I promise, we've been doing a lot of what would you do's because I know y'all like the what would you do's, but I'm getting ready to get back to my roots. Not today.
I'm gonna clock your tea. You said that last episode.
I did, but not today. Next week on Dane's segment, we're gonna do some fact or fables because we gotta pull y'all back in. And for all the OGs out there who remember the dad jokes, those are coming back.
You
too.
had dad jokes?
I had dad jokes, and I love them. I don't care if anybody else likes them. Oh my gosh, I love them.
Can we? Oh, we got it.
You want to know something? I got one for you.
Oh God, I'm gonna start laughing.
What kind of tools does a rapper have in his toolkit? Do you know this one?
No.
Go ahead. What is it?
I don't know.
Plies.
Oh, no.
He also has an MC Hammer. Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious.
I'm trying to look one up.
A dad joke?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I ain't got it.
Yeah.
I ain't got it today.
All right, y'all. Are y'all ready for another segment of What Would You Do?
I hope so.
Yes. All right. What Would You Do is a segment where I, your host, D. Norvell, I'm going to give you all a very peculiar set of instructions or a scenario, and you have to tell us A from the A, Arkansas to be specific. Don't get it twisted.
Period.
What would you do? All right.
Okay.
We need some zoom, some suspense.
You don't have that?
Zoom. No, we don't. But I might be able to let's see what I can do.
What?
Let's
the
see what
Apple iPhone has sound effects that are like that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have nightmares. I don't like this.
Well, are you ready?
I'm not ready.
All right, close your eyes. We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Well, these are not gonna be scary. Some of them are just gonna be difficult. At least I can tell you that, right?
Same thing. Okay.
We're gonna skip down. Let's do this one.
Ooh.
We're gonna start off easy, okay?
Please. Oh, scene.
You wake up in a room. Before you sits your spouse and their secret child, conceived during your relationship. On a screen flickers a masked face, and it says,
"You see the love of your life and a kid that was never meant to be hanging on a seesaw above a fire.
I can't take you seriously.
Only one can be lifted to safety. What would you do?"
So you've got, your wife or husband, and then you've got this whatever. And you have to decide, are you going to save the child or are you going to save them? I know these are difficult. They're all this difficult.
You think?
They're all this difficult.
Absolutely not.
Actually, I might need to start sitting here because I
No.
All right.
Save the kid.
You know what?
Hell yeah.
I probably would too.
I mean,
why? Because the kid hasn't done anything wrong.
The kid didn't ask. Well, one, the kid didn't ask to be here.
Facts.
Two, yeah, kid didn't ask to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Kid didn't do something fucked up.
I agree.
I
think you're right.
Not the kid's fault. It's the parents.
I agree.
I'm gonna go crazy on these voice changers.
Golly, somebody needs to take the roadcaster from him.
Are you ready for scenario number 2?
If it's anything like the first one, no.
All right. Let's see. Let's go.
My eyes are closed.
Okay.
See?
No, not yet. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
They're patient. They're patient people. Yeah, they're very patient. I'm just trying to make sure I got this one lined up correctly. Okay. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody say scene.
Scene.
How clear is my voice when I say? Can you understand what I'm saying?
If you talk slow, I can.
You understand what I'm saying?
If you talk like that, yes.
Great.
All right. Somebody say scene.
Scene.
You wake up in the woods tied to a tree. But you're not just tied to the tree, you're hanging from a limb. The rope is wrapped around your body, and you wake up, and below you are your two siblings in a cage.
Oh, no.
You have your older sibling and your younger sibling. From behind the tree walks a masked face, and it says,
Your siblings are in a cage trapped below you. In between them, a knife. You have a decision to make. Your older sibling must stab your younger sibling to release you. But if they refuse, you die. What do you tell your siblings to do?
Kill me. Mm-mm.
you just, you don't want to make them make that decision.
Nope. We're not doing that.
That is I think that is a tough.
Let this go on record as the quickest I've ever made a decision.
That actually is. That we should put a timer up. Tay, if you remember to, you need to put a timer boop here. and then it'll be like 2 seconds. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to have your siblings make that decision?
No, because oh my gosh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, it would be kind of terrible. What would y'all do?
I
You wake up
couldn't
tied
ask
to a
them.
tree, and you look down, and your siblings are in a cage beneath you, and the guy goes, or girl, you don't know, they have a weird voice, it's distorted, and they go, either one of your siblings kills the other, or you die. I mean, I think personally that I would also want to die. I don't think I'd want to see my siblings even have to do that.
Yeah.
But then you start talking about, well, how do you die? The ways. Maybe you're lit on fire.
Oh, Jesus. Let's not get started on that because
Maybe-
I made my decision.
Oh, well. Have you seen that movie Legion? All the little babies are going to burn.
What movie says that?
Legion? Have you never seen Legion?
No.
Okay, never mind. You got to watch Legion. If you haven't seen Legion,
Please
y'all
give
already
me
know
a
what's
list
going
of
on.
movies that I haven't watched. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure if you've seen it, I probably have not.
All the little
We gotta
babies are going to
watch it.
burn. That is so crazy.
I'm
All
scared.
right. Are you ready for Factor? Well, this is not
Factor
Factor
Fable?
No, you ready for What Would You Do
Oh.
number 3?
I got excited.
Are you?
I'm not ready.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. Scene.
You wake up in your college dorm room and something seems off. Across from you are 2 other beds and your 2 other roommates that you're used to being in there. But for whatever reason, you get out of the bed and you step on the floor and your feet are instantly wet. A monitor flickers on the wall and it says the room is filling with water. You, Anissa, must make a decision. Only you and one of your other roommates can escape. You wake up both of your roommates and you see that they're tied to the bed and they can't escape. And he says, Anissa, you and you alone must decide who's going to escape. One of your roommates stole $10,000 from you. The other helped cover it up. Who are you going to let out with you?
What?
And the water's just rising and rising and rising. At this point,
If I had $10,000
so
just as a call, and I would not be there in the first place.
Well,
Let me just tell you that I would
well,
not be
maybe
there.
it's for tuition. You never know.
Oh, dang.
It's at your knees now. The water's at your knees. They're both still trapped to the bed. So think like it's at the headboard, not the headboard, but the.
Do we know why the other person helped them cover it up?
I don't know.
Were they going to split the money?
You never know.
Were they going to? What
Yeah.
happens if I do nothing?
Then everybody in the room dies.
Even myself.
Yes. It's at your belly button. The water's rising.
Mhm.
Your elbows. Your bicep.
I would probably save the person that tried to cover it up because why are you stealing money from me in the first place?
All right. So you made your decision?
Yeah.
You're going to lock it in?
Yeah.
Well, you find out as you leave the room that the person who covered it up really, insinuated the whole thing and encouraged the other person to do it. It's okay. You made your decision. It is what it is.
Insert that meme of New York sitting on the bed like this because that's how I feel.
Who?
New York.
Who's New York? Like the city?
Flavor of love.
No.
New York.
Yeah, not for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I don't. Okay. Are you ready for the 4th one? This is going to be the last one we do. You ready?
I think so. Ooh,
The
Jesus.
grandparents lie. You gotta close your eyes.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Scene.
You said that so like I'm not ready. Oh man. Okay, we're not gonna wake up in this one. You're just gonna be there.
Huh?
You ready? Close your eyes and say scene.
Scene.
Your grandmother sits beneath a guillotine.
Oh my god.
A person stands next to your grandmother and says, "She killed your real parent to raise you as her own. You never knew this." And you start to think, Grammy killed my parents? The person next to them says, "I'll leave it up to you. You can get the retaliation that your parents deserve, or you can let little Gram go." What would you do?
So we know for a fact that it happened.
Yes.
Proof, evidence, all that.
Yep. A screen flickers on.
Oh God. Here we
And
go.
you see the act. And then it flickers off.
Why would they traumatize me like that?
Well, they're already traumatizing you by putting you in that situation, ma'am.
But
you have 10 seconds to make your choice.
stop! No! Oh God.
9, 8,
Did she give a reason why
7,
she did? Not saying that.
6,
I'm not even gonna ask that.
5. It was in cold blood. 4.
Just because?
Because she wanted to raise you. She didn't like the way your parents were raising you.
Oh, you're psycho.
3,
Bye.
2.
That's crazy.
Oh, that was hilarious. Bye.
No. What the heck?
But you had no indication up until this point. Like it was just random. You're like, whoa, what? Like you're learning all this, and then, so you're just gonna say goodbye. That's crazy.
Gosh, that's making me sweat.
I'm sweating just reading it. Yeah,
You came up with it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Do we have another one?
Let's go for it. Oh, Jesus. Please. Nothing like the first one. And nothing like that last one.
You don't want to do the Gram?
No.
The Gram parishes? You don't like Grams?
I love my grannies. I don't like that.
All right. Well, I'll spare you then.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all let us know what would y'all do in these weird, strange, terrible scenarios. You know, I ask the internet spits it back out to me, and then I edit it. That's all I do. You know, I just read what the internet gods give me. Yeah, so this has been another segment of What Would You Do? Again, next week, we're going to go back to old school stuff. I want to hit some dad jokes. I want to do some fact or fables. You know, I want to get back to the roots.
Dad jokes?
Yeah. 1000%.
Solid.
1000% getting back to dad jokes.
Solid.
But all right. It's time to get to the segment that I guess you all like. Okay, I'm joking.
Strike 2.
I'm joking. Strike 2? I never got to strike 1. All right, you ready?
You did. You know when you got strike 1.
I didn't do anything. I just read it. Okay,
That's
go ahead.
A lie.
Go ahead whenever you're ready.
I'm ready when you are. What was that?
Yeah. I'm feeling it.
Are you gonna sing it for me while I do my ad libs?
Okay, I got you. Got A from
Not
A
yet.
today. Hey, you don't like that one? Hold
No.
up. No, you just gotta sit back with it. You got A from 8 today, and she's sitting right next to me.
Oh,
yeah. You got A from 8
Come on.
today, and she's sitting right next to me. What you gonna say? What you gonna say? Hey, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? Hey, say. Hey, say. Hey.
What was that one episode? I was like,
Hey, you got 8 from 8 today, and she's sitting right next to me. Where's Tay? 8 from 8 today, and she's sitting right next to me. What you gotta say? Hey, say.
Toss.
Hey, say. What was that? How you do that?
Wicked. Toss.
Say. Hey, say. Hey, say. Hey.
Everything from all angles.
Everything from all angles. Everything from all angles. Everything from all angles.
I just saw Wicked for the first time a few weeks ago, and I'm obsessed. I get the hype. It's one of those things that people hype, and it's like it's
musical.
It's valid. Yes.
Like you saw the actual play, or are you talking about the movie?
I saw the movie. I never saw the play.
The movie's dope.
Oh my gosh, it was fantastic.
And it's kind of funny because I didn't want to see the movie, and then I was like,
Really?
you know what? I'm glad I watched this movie. It was really good freaking movie. Yeah, it was really good.
In a weird way, like I feel the same about just a lot of stuff that people, because sometimes people overhype stuff that does not need to be. That's another conversation for another day. But I was nervous. But I'm like, okay, Cynthia, Ariana.
Oh, I was like, who? I don't remember these people being in the movie. You're talking about the actual actresses.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Elphaba.
I was just
Galinda.
those are the names I was thinking of. I was like, who?
Yeah.
Cynthia. I was like, what Wicked did you watch? No, I get it. Yeah.
What Wicked did you watch?
No, I watched the one that one. That's one
Wait,
I
go,
watched.
what was that?
I'm not doing that again. You got
I'm not a singer. Nope.
All right, cool. My bad. What about it though?
It was amazing. Like it was actually, it lived up to the, like, not saying it didn't, but like as somebody that's never seen it, I see what the internet posts about it. I've never actually sat down and watched. I've never seen the play. First time watching the movie since it's been out. Like, oh my gosh, it's as amazing as everybody says it is, and that is the most satisfying thing ever. It lived up to the hype.
It was really good. I thought it was, and I'm not really a musical kind of person, but I do want to go see it on Broadway for sure.
Oh yeah,
that'll be something that'll be around though, like forever. You won't have to.
Oh, definitely.
So
yeah,
I love to go see that on Broadway. Yep.
Juice 901 takes Broadway.
Takes Broadway?
Yeah.
We should all like audition for like The Lion King or something, like the play. I just want to be a stagehand. That's it. I don't even have to be a main actor.
A behind the scenes person.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Let me
a lot of respect.
Let me hold a light. Let me do something like that.
Just to be in the action.
Me just like that.
Oh my gosh.
Holding the light or the microphone. What we talking about today?
So today we are talking about the Cannes Film Festival that, you know, by the time this episode comes out, have already passed. If you're not familiar, Cannes Film Festival. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm stuttering.
The Cannes, like C-A-N?
No, it's French. C-A-N-N-E-S.
Okay.
Cannes Film Festival. Yeah. Obviously, its name says what it is. It's a big film festival. They typically have they always have a red carpet, and that's when the stars come out. They're dressed to head to toe glamour. It's fantastic. But Monday they announced a new dress code. Do you have any idea of like some of their biggest restrictions it's caused? I
have literally no clue. This is my first time hearing about it. It's a film festival or music? What?
Yeah, film festival.
So it's about like movies. So no murder, no slashing. I don't know. I don't even know what kind. It's French films. What's famous about French films? What do they do in French films? The only French film I know is Napoleon.
You want me to be 100% honest? And this is just how young I am in like my fashion modeling journey. The most I know about the Cannes Film Festival is strictly the red carpet. And that's all I know. I got to do more research. No disrespect to all the films that are being represented there. I'm going to do better. I'm just there for the fashion.
I think you're good. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even know they had a carpet. You know, you said film. I'm thinking people are sitting out on the lawn somewhere with chairs and they just watching films.
No, that
like
would
indie
be dope.
Movies or something.
Hey, we got to do that too. Is Juice not? Man, come on.
I'm down.
I got
but
a bunch of ideas, but
so paint the picture. What is this? I'm trying to envision it. How does this festival look?
Like I said before.
Okay, that's fine.
I only see the red carpet.
Okay, well, at least can you at least describe the red carpet? I'm just what you know. I'm trying to picture it.
Close your eyes.
Okay, it's closed. They're closed.
Scene. You're in France.
Okay.
At the Cannes Film Festival.
Okay.
There's a carpet.
Okay, and it's red.
The color is red.
I see it.
It's a nice red.
It's okay.
As nice as that MAC lipstick, the Ruby Woo, I think is the name of it.
It's like a ruby red.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
And then you got a lot of paparazzi over here.
Paparazzi?
Stars walking up and down the way over here.
Okay. Are these people that are like actors and actresses?
Everybody. Actors, actresses, models. Yeah.
To watch movies together. That's all this film festival's for, right? Movies.
No, I need to learn more, but I'm pretty sure that's where they have like awards and things as well.
Okay.
I'm probably misspeaking, but
do they serve food? Are there certain smells? A baguette?
Hold on.
A croissant? Maybe the smell of wine, vin, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Well, I don't. You said film festival, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be thinking movies or I don't know what I'm supposed to be thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Sorry, sidetracked. So they on Monday they released like what their dress code restrictions were.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can understand, which is like, let me pulling this from Vogue.com because I wanted to deep dive and I was doing some research. So one of the big things is that anyone wearing sheer clothing or large trains won't be able to walk the carpet at this year's events. Large trains, I get it. That can definitely affect like the flow of things.
Okay.
So if you think about
like the
like
okay.
large
yeah.
So that can definitely affect the flow of things, especially depending on like how big the dress is. Because imagine like a big dress, like they're beautiful gowns. Beautiful.
So
gowns.
like Met Gala.
But, yeah.
Okay.
So imagine that, but like a not as big of a space.
Okay.
It's just one person after another, not multiple people walking up on one thing.
Mm.
So that can disrupt the flow of like traffic, for lack of better words.
Mm-hmm.
But the nudity part of it, that's where they were really big on like,
so people walking into a film festival naked?
Not necessarily naked, but just some very revealing outfits.
So were they nude or not nude?
Yes.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, are there kids at this event?
I wouldn't be surprised if there were.
So like what kind of nudity are we talking about? Are we talking like pasties and like underwear? What are we talking? I'm confused.
Some of the examples that I saw online of what not to wear that people have worn in the past is like there will be like tulle or like something really sheer where you could see people's nipples. You could see like just the bare minimums covered, or it's just very see-through on a part that kind of leaves not enough to the imagination, for lack of better words. Just things like that. So from Vogue's website, they said, for decency reasons, nudity is prohibited on the red carpet as well in any other area of the festival.
I mean, how do you feel about that rule?
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem because I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't really care to see your nipples.
I agree.
Like, I don't really care to see it. But there was one outfit, which I didn't even realize was, there's ways you can like, if there's something that's sheer, that you can make it look like, I'm trying to think of the word, where you're not like showing your nipples, but obviously you're not wearing a bra. You can make it look, I don't want to say decent, but I can't think of any other way to describe it. There's ways that you can work with sheer material to still make it look nice, but still like, okay, this is sheer. This is
like walking the line, basically. You can walk the line where you're not doing too much. Okay. Well, I guess from my perspective, I don't understand much about the whole fashion realm and what's norm.
We're all learning together.
Yeah, what's norm and like what people are used to seeing. So, I mean, if that's like part of the culture, then I guess the change would be maybe not a good change. But if it's something that, you're inviting the general public out to, and I mean, there's a difference between, I guess something that's see-through-esque, right? And then something where you're like just flat out showing all the goods. So like, I'd have to see, whatever these designs are and what they're talking about.
I want to say, Tay, we're going to put pictures to show examples, but I don't want our videos to get taken down. So we're not going to do that. And we might have to watch it be nothing.
Yeah.
But I have seen recently one example of something that golly, like it was at the Grammys. Kanye's wife,
what's
she
her name
was
again?
wearing Bianca. I can't pronounce her last
Bianca.
name.
She
wore a dress, but you have to like really look to see it because in some pictures it just looks like she's literally naked on the carpet. She wore a dress, but it's like sheer. Like,
isn't she known for doing that though? Like I feel like I've seen other pictures of her doing that at other events.
Yes, but not like to that degree. At least like from what I've seen. There's been some things that are like, okay, this is a little bit sheer or whatever, but not to that degree. Now that's like a really extreme of it. But then there's some outfits that there was, gosh, who wore it? Was Bella Hadid. She wore this. Oh my gosh, it's one of my. Bella Hadid can dress the down. Yes. All claps and snaps for Miss Bella Hadid.
I can feel it coming. Yeah, I just wanted to give it to you. Yeah.
We love her over here. But it was like a nice like black sleek gown, and then on the breast part, I can't remember who the designer is. You know how like you've seen trees like once the leaves have fallen, right? It kind of reminds me of that, or it's like a dang what?
And they were like oak leaves.
No.
Poison ivy.
No. So You know that tree
sumac?
outside?
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Imagine all the leaves are falling, but you still see the branches and stuff.
So like a
So
fern,
it was like
a fern, like a pine, not a fern, like
not
a pine.
exactly like that,
so
but
like-
you know how a tree looks with no leaves on it in the wintertime.
Okay, so branches.
Imagine that, but
Okay.
gold, but it covers her breasts.
So your branches are covering the.
Oh my god.
So it's like tree branches, right?
Yeah, but I
They
think
cover.
yeah, but
I'm
I'm scared you're about to press that button.
No, I won't
again.
push that one. I'll let you
But-
get it up.
Okay, I think we can put up a picture of that. I'm gonna send it and we'll see if
It'll only go up
if
if you
it-
put your hand up and say boop.
boop. No, you can wait.
Yeah.
But I have to look up more information on the dress. I can't remember off the top of my head who the designer was, what the inspo was
Yeah.
for that part. But when you look at it, okay, it could look like it's sheer, but like she's covered. So I don't think that's one of those outfits.
But was it
where it's like-
actually like designed like branches? So does it look
Yeah.
like a tree?
It kind of reminds me of a tree, but I think it's
Okay.
actually supposed to be something else.
Okay.
But oh my gosh, like that's one of those outfits where I wouldn't consider that
Mhm.
as a nude outfit because everything's covered and like the design is nice, and that's where you can kind of cheat it a little bit. Like, yeah, if she wasn't wearing a bra or something like protective underneath,
Mhm.
you can definitely see some things going on, but that's one of those outfits where like,
Some
okay,
things going on, right?
look, y'all.
I guess I wonder how close to that line people are gonna get. You know, for this,
Mhm.
you said the
Can
the
Cannes Film Festival
yeah, Phil or film?
film.
Yeah, the can.
You took French.
Say it again.
Cannes
Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, is that like a specific region of France? I don't know, whatever. So I just
I
want,
should know. I'm sorry.
like, I want to. So is the punishment you do it, you get kicked out, or you do it, there's a fine?
You can't walk the carpet. You can't,
you can't
go
walk the
anywhere in that
carpet.
outfit at the
Okay.
event because that was one of the things Vogue reported on was that you wear this, you can't
Mhm.
walk, you can't do anything.
Well, cover it up.
Yeah, and I saw. Let's see.
Gonna be PJs and muumuus.
Whoa! That would be iconic though.
The full
Yeah.
full thing. See,
I'm gonna wear one to film Juice one day.
you're gonna wear a muumuu.
Yeah, might
We
as
should
well.
we should have like a
Pajama day.
pajama day. After we do the Western though, we gotta do the Western first.
I have a hat that says cowboy hat.
You posted a picture with that.
Did I? No, that was the howdy y'all.
Howdy y'all.
Howdy
I be
y'all.
paying attention sometime.
You didn't pay attention to that one picture I posted, and y'all thought it was somebody else, and it was clearly me.
The Macy's picture.
No,
And what
you remember when I was
Dillard's?
like, no, I was like, guess this model, Romans 818. She's from
Yeah.
the South. How did y'all not know that was me? You've seen me in that outfit before. You've
When
seen
you
me
were
with those
outside.
exact braids.
I don't-
I'm still salty about that. Get it out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, in the great words of my brother Drake, you're not a model if you ain't been in Vogue. So,
let's stop right there because my line sister, my wifey, my girl, she made me my own
She did
Vogue
make you-
magazine
she did
for
make
my
you your own.
birthday. I
Yeah.
cried like a baby.
wait, you should boop that. You should boop that because that was
Boop. It
Yeah,
was dope.
that was
and
dope.
like oh my gosh.
that was dope. That was a good one.
I'm not gonna get into the details because it's special for me. But it made me cry.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Thank you, much.
Well, Cannes
Appreciate it.
Film Festival.
Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah. Is there like a way we can watch it? How do we watch it?
I'm sure you can watch the films that are being featured somewhere, but as far as the carpet, I don't know who does like live streams. Sometimes they'll do live streams of carpets, do interviews and things.
Netflix.
I've just been catching, that would be dope. Oh, that would be dope. Doing like red carpet lives on Netflix.
Don't they?
All streaming.
They don't do that already?
Maybe.
Oh, well,
I mean, I usually catch like live carpets and stuff from my phone or like TikTok or Instagram, depending on who's doing it. Like what event it is specifically, like Vogue for Met Gala.
well, we've got a pitch to do. Time to pitch it.
Got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wonder who all is going to be turned away and who all like put all this work into the outfit and then found out Monday. Hey, you can't wear that.
That is a quick turnaround.
Mhm.
I think it'll be okay. I don't. unless you're the expert. So unless you see like a trend
Ain't
of
no
people going
expert.
in that direction, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
People are gonna wear.
you're in France.
Yeah, you are.
You're in Europe.
and
I'm
their way-
pretty sure
their
you can
protests,
find.
Yeah.
Shoot, there's too many fashion houses around France for you to not be able to find another outfit. But I get it.
Not even that. I feel like people are just gonna put it on anyway. They're gonna go, and with it being
You're not
such
gonna be able to walk the carpet.
I'm not gonna lie. If the big name people they want there show up like that,
Mhm.
they're probably gonna still let them walk. And I think what's gonna happen is it'll roll
That'd be
over into the
interesting.
next year. If this is an annual thing,
Mhm.
so it'll probably roll over into the next year, and then that's when it'll really be like hardcore press. People are gonna push the line this year for
Yeah.
sure. People are definitely gonna push the line.
I get that.
So yeah.
Next time on All Angles, when everybody's here, we are going to discuss the Met Gala. I wanted Tay to be here too, so we could all talk about it. So don't think I forgot.
All right. Anything else, eh?
No, that is it. Thank you for listening into another segment of Everything from All Angles with A from the A. I gotta work on my hands because I only know how to do this.
That's my camera noise.
You gotta go.
Wait.
Yeah. Good job.
Okay, do it again. No, you gotta do it.
You know what that sounds like? Whenever you're spraying that Windex bottle earlier.
Oh yeah, it does sound like a Windex bottle. All right. Well, look, this has been another episode of Juice 901 Podcast. As always, thank you for taking a second of your time to kick back and chill
we
with us.
appreciate everybody that watches all of our episodes.
For sure. I mean, when we do it, it really feels like y'all are sitting right there. You're just chilling.
Or right there.
Well, or there too. And you're just sitting back, kicking, relaxing, all cool. Couple, people like
shooting some people. I thought it was cool.
With a couple of guys, it was up to no good.
Starting each other in the neighborhood.
It really feels like they're right here,
Right.
And so now we appreciate y'all always rocking with us.
Thank y'all so much.
If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You can follow us on all platforms at Juice 901 Podcast.
If you don't know how to spell it, it's right there.
Juice 901 Podcast. And if you would like to sit down and talk to us, or have us create an advertisement or something for your business, reach out to us at juice901talk@gmail.com. That is juice901talk@gmail.com. But as always, who got the juice?
We got the juice.
I got the juice. We haven't done that in a while. I've got the juice.
Have we all done that since I've been here? If I knew where that button was, I'd be
It's so much better when I don't have, the other guy here to like mess up my pitch, my tone.
The shade. There's shade. Where's my fan at? The shade.
That is perfect.
No,
Somebody should sign me. Who got the juice, y'all? We do.
We got the juice.
Bow.